series of daily podcasts about different subjects as a means to start a new pathway, a new visibility, and a more progressive way to connect with people. So Travis Scott, Kid Cudi, a little background music. So, what's going on? Fear has been an issue on my mind lately. My car got broken into last night, and my first thought could have been like, oh darn it, I lost $300, oh darn it, my life isn't good, oh darn it, like, what will happen now, fear, basically, which is always a choice. And I'm happy to report that I wasn't fearful or anything. I was just like, alright, well, I'm gonna have to fix it, and that's a choice. And I think what's powerful is the thought, the subconscious, and how it has a way to poison us, especially if your childhood or early adulthood was mired by trauma or incorrect programming and prompts from the people that are supposed to be taking care of us. So the way the body works is it protects us from fearful things. If we see a tiger, the body puts us in a defensive position where it rechannels our thoughts and our blood and our literal DNA to our arms and our legs to fight and defend and to run. And it gets our minds very reactive to basically split-second decisions, we're talking about survival, So most of the people are in this mode like perpetually, like a fearful subconscious mode of defense and from harm, which is natural, which is actually based in the illusion that you are the body and the body is going to die. So it all comes back to that point. You're attached to this body and you think it's going to be finished, so you want to protect it, which is understandable. But with that comes this chronic fear, the very root of our subconscious, and all of our messaging and all of our reactions are coming from this place of fear. So what's necessary is to identify that and to know that your subconscious is like a tape recorder. It's just playing back what you've already put into it. It's actually kind of like an innocent system. You've programmed it with like crazy things. And so now it's your responsibility to see that and to change the programming, And when that happens, a physical thing, which is pretty amazing, starts to click in. You're definitely not the body, and that's provable by physical science. A quick segue to begin. Your body changes every 7 years. All of your cells, your whole molecular situation is purged and replaced with new matter. Your cells have organs also, and they take in matter and excrete matter. You have an intake and outtake system. So that's why your body isn't 3 feet tall. Why you're not like a little baby, why you're not in a baby body. It's because that baby body, gone. So you've reincarnated, right? Re means again in Latin. Carnal means carnate, flesh. So reincarnation, it's not mystic and esoteric. It's actually very straightforward English, right? So every 7 years you move into a new body. Like, it's not that big a deal. So you reincarnate into a new body every 7 years. So reincarnation is actually physical science, it's fact. So it's not that big of a deal. You've already experienced it. So death, in that way, if you extrapolate, it's not a big deal. Your car has its final breakdown, the engine blows up, then you just walk out and you jump into a new one. It's not a big deal. So that's the first part. The second part, in connection with epigenetics and the energy of your body, the way that the electricity of your thoughts works is your thought is electromagnetic. It's actual electricity. Your synapse is firing, zoom, zoom. It's actual physical electricity, like a rock is physical energy. Your thought is actually physical energy, lightning bolts firing. So what happens is your thoughts, that synapse is on a different frequency range, like a frequency band you could think of. So like fear and anger thoughts are on a low frequency, like duh. And optimistic, positive, loving thoughts, serving thoughts, that's it. Womp womp, really high band frequency. So with that, your body sends your thoughts out and your cells receive them. Inside the nucleus of all your cells is the DNA receptor, and so your cells have a membrane which receives the signal, and then it transmits and channels that to the DNA. And based upon that frequency band, it's all very kind of straightforward. It tells your body what to do. So if your body is receiving fearful thoughts, your body's going to say defend, right? So automatically, the nature of your thoughts is going to be reactive. The nature of your body is going to be defensive, you know, fight or flight. You're not going to be embracing people, you're going to be like defending against people, right? And that's a low frequency thought, all of which is instantly programmable. And I'll get to that in a minute, but I had this realization at Sprouts. I was walking in the store and getting groceries and getting broccoli, and the little plastic bags, took it off the thing, I opened it up, and it shredded. And my immediate thought was, these bags are terrible. And I stopped myself, and I'm like, you know what, like, actually these bags are kind of cool, because not only are they recyclable, but it's a very sanitary way to carry your vegetables around, you know. And they give them to you for free and whatever, man, so it rips, so what, recycle it. And I just realized that, like, man, if I would have hung on to that thought, it would have kept me in a physical feeling and a mental energy of a fight, you know, of defense against people. So I would have been like, man, like, I'm trying not to cuss, man, these bags, like, whatever, and just like defensive kind of grumbling, like, that lady's in my way, like, nothing's going right, they're out of pickles, or whatever, you know, just this cloud of like compounded fear and anger, right, based upon allowing this thought to be real and accepting it and allowing yourself to do that. But on the other hand, as soon as I flipped and changed the nature of my frequency from like to like, I'm like, yeah, these bags are cool, then it's like all of a sudden you're open, you know, and you feel good. Your body literally changes the molecular structure of your DNA to where you start getting the right chemicals into your brain. It starts happening, like your body literally opens up and starts feeling good, and then it just, that feeds into your thoughts, and your thoughts stay high. It's like a closed loop. It could be a closed negative loop, or it could be a closed positive loop, and it's literally your choice. You can restructure that instantly, and I'll get back to that later. But so in terms of the analogy at the store, it's like you go to the store, and if you're all grumbly, you got your hands on the cart, and you're like, this lady's in my way, and you just kind of like scoot by her, kind of annoyed or whatever, and that's what it is. Or like you're like, yeah, these bags are alright, like, yeah, everything's great, man, like this store's, wow, these vegetables are a good price, a lot of natural food, like pro-vegetarian, this is kind of awesome, you know, fantastic. And so you stroll by that lady, and you give her eye contact, and you're like, hey, how you doing? And she might be like, oh, pretty good. And I'm like, yeah, just buying broccoli out here at the store. And she might laugh and notice my pants, you know, oh, your pants are all covered with paint. And then I say, yeah, I'm a painter, and I've got paintings for sale. And she'll be like, oh, really? Like, I'm looking for a mural for my kid's room or whatever. And then all of a sudden, not only do you have a friend, but you have a business opportunity. And that all came from choosing how you saw this bag. And that to me is profound. It's like, I lost an opportunity to make a friend, to engage in business, just to have good vibes in general. Why? Why am I carrying this around? Why am I in this dark cloud of like criticizing things that don't work for me? Because it's a choice. And that's what I'm realizing. Like this morning I woke up unmotivated, which is a big kind of theme in people's life. And I'm sitting there just kind of like, when you're in it, you're in it. And I think you guys know what I mean. You're in it. You're just like, and like all your negative thoughts support each other, like they're in a little support group, and everything confirms, and no reason to do anything, and everything's stupid, and nobody loves you or cares about you, or you're never going to make any money, or all that. And you're just in this closed loop of low frequency to where your body just feels bad, your thoughts just closed loop, like are negative and like fearful and angry. But what I realized through instruction and through actual realization is you can actually reprogram that, and all you have to do is choose, right? And it's kind of like, I had another analogy today at the beach, walking around the ocean. It's beautiful, overcast, it's beautiful, nice and crisp, And I had the realization of the analogy of like a 4-year-old. You know, four-year-olds are silly, right? And they're absorbing everything, and they're forgetting things, and they're learning things. You know, and somebody says something to them, and they might get confused, or they might get it switched, or they're confirming. You know, so the analogy is like a little 4-year-old comes up to you, and they're like, I don't like pizza. And you kneel down, and you're like, what are you talking about? You love pizza. And then the 4-year-old's like, oh yeah, I like pizza, you know? And it's cute, but it's the same sort of a model. Here we are, like 20, 30, 40 years old, and we're like, I don't like plastic bags, you know? Probably because somewhere in your past, in your childhood, you know, like there was some sort of traumatic event or just a consistency of negative messaging, and so you're just used to that. You're just used to seeing things in a critical way, and that's what you've programmed your memory and your subconscious to do, to serve you up. You've asked your mind to serve you up those sorts of frequencies, and so you don't even notice it. It's so deeply embedded in the subconscious that you don't have any escape from it, and it's crazy. And you almost see your anger and your fear as your friend. You justify it, like it turns into the victim consciousness, which I'll get into on another video, or maybe link to this one, the victim consciousness. Oh man, that's a book. That's a book. It's all connected to that. But this grows out of it, is the solution. Is that like, this morning I was like, I'm not motivated, blah, blah. My window's broken in the car, like this sucks, like everything's stupid, blah. And then I watched a video from someone that's very influential to me right now, Grant Cardone. Really, his energy was bam, just high frequency, just excited, engaging, like real, energetic, and it brought my frequency up without my permission. And so all of a sudden, like subconsciously, purely energetically, I was just vibing on him. I was vibing. I'm like, yeah, man, this guy's cool. Like, yeah, like good energy. He's making good points. All right. And his energy, this is epigenetics. You feel me? Like his energy, his electricity came through that video into my cells, into my thoughts, and changed my thought to a high vibration. And all of a sudden I was like, yeah, motivation. And then my dumb brain is like, oh, you're not motivated. And then I said, I am motivated. That's all it is. It's a choice. And when you say it out loud, it's even more powerful. Like to hear it, different senses. Music is powerful. Audio is powerful. The voice is powerful. So, you know, affirmations could be corny, like, I'm the best ever. This is going to be a great day. I'm special. We've all made fun of that stuff, but it actually works. It's a simple reprogramming. So if your mind is a voice recorder, and you've programmed messages into it, and it's playing you back these messages, you can't do anything about it. You can't have a conversation. You can't get mad. You can't negotiate. You can't ask it why it's doing that. You can't cry. It's pretty neutral. It's innocent in a way, your mind. So, but what you can do is just push delete, like a little tape, just like to erase that message. And I'm gonna play back a new message. So the old message is, you're not motivated. The new message, erase, you are motivated. And as soon as you confirm that truth, then your body reacts to it magically. That's the secret. It's crazy. It's physical science. It's a band of electromagnetic frequency. It's electricity. It's real. It's real. Low thought, I am not motivated. Wah, and you're saying that. High thought, I am motivated. Your body changes its physical composition. Biofeedback to your mind. Your body feels good, and then your mind supports that good feeling. And then all of a sudden you find you are motivated. It's amazing. And you can do that with anything. Nobody loves me. I'll never find someone to care about me. Everyone loves me. Everybody cares about me. I'm a terrible artist. Nobody cares about my work. And you're thinking that subconsciously. Say it out loud.